Hi, this is Travis Daggett with Cornerstone Properties. I want to just walk through Zillow a little bit today. You might be interested in buying a house, renting a house, selling a house. What people use Zillow most for, at least that I talk to, what I'm going to focus on is when selling a house. That'd be the Z estimate part here. But let's just go through a few things. So I think the best thing would just be to put in a house. Okay, this is just happens to be address of one of our renovation projects. Okay, so here we are at this property. You see here they'll usually show pictures, if they have any, from the last time it was listed on the multiple listing service. You can see what it sold for and the date. We were the buyer on this. We bought this a couple months ago. And it'll show you the beds, the baths, the square footage. The Z estimate is really just that. It's an estimate of value. So the main factor for determining that value is price per square foot a property sold. So they take the properties that have sold and they divide the purchase or the sale price by square foot, and they get $1 per square foot, and then they just take that and multiply it by the square footage of this home. They get the Z estimate. That's homes in the area, of course. Gives you the lot size, single family, when it was built. All-time views just gives you an idea of how interested people are in the property. Forced air heat. And then here, just as we talked about the price per square foot, you see $91, which is low. Just as a real general idea, to build a house is generally $100 per square foot cost. So you can see this is under even cost. And you know, a lot of times, at least in our area, $200 a square foot is what homes are selling for. You can see here there's a basement. It's finished. There's a fireplace. Sometimes they give you more. Let's see. A lot of this isn't really very helpful. You can go to some other resources. Of course, if you own the property, you can go in here and add details that may not be accurate. This gives you an idea of what it'd rent for. You can see it's trending up. The value's there. It's gone up over $5,000 in the last month since we bought it. I'd like this to go away because it's covering our forecast. Oh, I already do have an account, but let's see if I can just log in here real quick. Okay, well, in any case, so it's just saying in a year it'll be up about 8,000. And here's just some information. This is the neighborhood here, the Fairmount neighborhood. All of Eugene, and then this property, you can see where it's gone with prices. Of course, in this area, you know, the low was here in 2011 or so, and now it's up to almost the highs of 2007, which might give you an idea that it's kind of flattening out, that it's probably not going to be going up much longer. If you're the owner, of course, you can go in and put some information there. That's pretty much it. You can see some history here, when it was listed, how much it was listed for. Maybe a little information on the neighborhood, what's going on there. Schools, that's important to people sometimes. Properties that are for sale, just as an idea. Okay, And then if you're looking to rent a property, let's just put that same address in there. Yeah, that's not going to give us any different information. Sell a property, I think it's going to give us the same information each way we look at it. But that's what most people are looking at. They put their address of their property in and say, okay, what could I sell this for, right? And comparables, or comps, people say for short, are properties similar. And you can see they're going in the area, they're looking for same number of beds and baths and same number of square footage. That's how they're getting these properties. And then you can kind of go through here if you want to get even more accurate and look and say, okay, what's the condition like? Is it better or worse than ours? Remove it if it's too far off, and then you're gonna arrive at a more accurate estimate. But again, the biggest factor is always condition, which is really hard to determine from just pictures and without going through the property. Let's just go back home. Z estimate here, and I think this is just going to give us the same thing too here. Yeah, same thing. So that's Zillow. It's probably the most popular or common tool people use to determine the value of their house. That's the one we run into the most when we ask people what they think their property's worth or what they'd like to sell it for. They give the price on Zillow. So the plus on that is, I guess it's better than nothing. The minus is that someone can get an idea of value on there that's totally off because of condition. That's a big factor. So it could say $500,000, but that's presuming a condition similar to those other properties that they're using as comparables. So the property could be in considerably, well, it could be a little bit better condition, although that's rare because most of the properties that are listed for sale or sold are going to be renovated or new. It could be considerably worse, way worse than those properties. So that can change the value by tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars even. So that's an overview of Zillow and how you can use it. Hope that helps. If you have a property that you're interested in selling, give us a call. Travis Daggett with Cornerstone Properties.